Welcome back to the Backyard Show,
where we talk about what's going on here in your backyard.
where we talk about what matters to Houston families.
And now, your hosts of the Backyard Show,
Lindsay,
Eric.
please welcome Vicki Powers with Houston on the Cheap to the show today. Vicki, we're so excited to have you here. Thank you so much for joining us.
Sure, thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Now, we've all heard the buzz around town about Houston on the Cheap. Just tell us a little bit more about your website and how you cater toward Houston families on great deals and everything you have to offer.
Well, the Houston on the Cheap really started as a project in my blog class that I took in January 2009, and I really just needed a topic to blog about, and I thought that would be appropriate with the economy at that time. And 2 months later, just through Twitter interaction, a producer from Great Day Houston found me and asked me to be live on their show, and so I was talking about, free and cheap things to do with families. And it really took off from there, and I was on different television stations about 6 times that first year, and my traffic just continued to grow. So I just hit my 3.5-year anniversary last week, so that was exciting.
Congratulations. That's amazing news to hear around Houston, so congrats on that.
Thank you. I really focus on helping folks learn how to live in a big city without spending big bucks. That's kind of my tagline. And so I include the daily deals from Groupon, Living Social, all those things, so people don't have to subscribe and get 15 emails. I do free weekend fun, cheap eats, half-price tickets, family-friendly entertainment. I had half-price tickets to events like the Wiggles and even Cirque du Soleil. So it's really something for everyone.
Absolutely. And of course, we cater toward families here. So it's great to see that family section on your tab on the website.
We know that summer is wrapping up and school's about to start. So can you please tell us some fun family activities for the end of summer?
Sure. There's still plenty of fun things to do in August before school starts. Just for a little free culture, Shakespeare in the Park will begin at Miller Outdoor Theater as part of the Houston Shakespeare Festival. And this summer, the shows are Hamlet and the Comedy of Errors. And so those shows alternate every night, August 7th through 12th, and that begins at 8:30. And then for the kids that love Legos, the first Tuesday of every month, the Lego stores sponsor a free mini build, and each month features a new themed Lego project that's completely free to build and take home. And that's for kids 6 to 12. And the next one will be August 7th at 5 p.m. And this is really neat. The Houston Center for Photography has free photo projects the second Saturday of each month from 11 to 1. And the next one on August 11th features bookmarks that are made with photographs. And then for little nature, the Nature Discovery Center has a nature night Wednesday, August 8th with nature walks, live animals, crafts, and family-friendly talks. And then for a little Broadway, families can enjoy watching free performances of Annie at Miller Outdoor Theater August 16th through 18th. And this is put on by Fort Bend Theater. And you can get free reserved covered seats each day of the performance from 10:30 to 1 at the Miller Outdoor Box Office. And then one more thing that's a family favorite each August is the Free Theater District Open House. And this year it's August 26th. That's a Sunday from noon to 4. And this features the tours of Houston's performing art venues like Jones Hall, Hobby Center, Alley Theater, Wortham Theater. And you'll see live performances. There's a costume trunk dress up. And then best of all, you can get discounts for one day only season packages for Houston Ballet, Theater on the Stars, Broadway, Alley. It's just a great way to kind of experience the theater behind the scenes. And then you get previews of the upcoming season. So it's really fun.
Right. So a lot of fun family activities to do, of course, before the kiddos start back to school. So thanks for mentioning some of those great ideas for parents to take their kids out to. We know that school is starting back up at the end of August, and we know that parents are preparing their children for school, trying to get them the necessary school supplies and the latest backpacks and all of that. Any suggestions on where parents can find some great back-to-school deals on school supplies or clothing or anything to that nature?
Well, it is really a good time to shop the sales and stock up on things that your kids will need all year, like paper, notebooks, crayons, and glue. And if you can get enough to replenish your child's supply later in the year when they start running out, especially when you find them buy one, get one free. And so the different office supply stores, Target, Walmart, and Walgreens, all offer their own supply deals each week. Staples, for example, has a new extreme 1 penny sale that changes each week. So that's always good to glance at and see what that 1 penny sale item is. And then Office Max has some interesting partnerships this year with clothing and shoe stores. For example, today, August 5th, the first 70,000 Old Navy customers will get a back-to-school gift and special Office Max coupons with a $50 purchase. And then from now through September 1st, Payless will give customers a coupon for $10 off a $40 purchase at Office Max stores nationwide. So that's kind of an interesting partnership that combines the school supplies with the back-to-school clothing and shoe needs. And then older students will appreciate Office Max's special laptop trade-in deal during back-to-school season, where students can turn in their old laptop and actually receive up to $200 toward their next purchase.
Wow, that's a great deal right there. Good note for that.
With school starting right back up, also, we all know that we need our vaccinations to keep ourselves healthy, and school kind of requires them to have them now. Is there any way we can get vaccinations or anything like that on the cheap?
Well, it's interesting. The Children's Museum of Houston actually has free back-to-school immunizations each Thursday in August from 5 to 7. And the Texas Children's Mobile Unit will be on hand to give these shots. And this is available to the first 200 each Thursday, and parents are just required to bring their kids' shot records. And this is all tied into the Children's Museum's free family night every Thursday that's from 5 to 8 with free admission. So while you're there, get a free shot. The Harris County Hospital District also has a mobile unit that has free opportunities throughout Houston. And in August, they have a new venue every day with free shots. And then the vaccine clinic has $10 immunizations per child for kids birth to 18. And there are 5 different locations in Houston. So that's quite a bargain. It's not per shot, but actually per child.
Right, and we love what you mentioned about the Children's Museum. So you could go there and have fun with the kiddos, but also utilize the free vaccinations as well. So that's
kind of sneak that in.
Sneak that in, right? They don't need to know, but we'll surprise them when they get there, right? So we know we want to keep our kids healthy and safe, getting ready for school. We also have heard that JCPenney salons are offering free haircuts in August. Tell us a little bit more about that.
Exactly. This is a great deal. It's for kids that are kindergarten through 6th grade, and all the salons in the U.S. are offering free back-to-school haircuts. But the important thing is to make your appointment quickly because those will fill up. There's only a limited number at each salon, so try to get on their schedule and take advantage of that. Remington College Cosmetology also has its free Cuts for Kids program and offers free haircuts for kids 17 and under. And that's the last 2 weeks before school starts. And last year they gave out 2,700 free haircuts nationwide. So that's really exciting. And there are 3 locations in Houston that you can find the Remington College.
Fantastic. So as Vicki was saying, for JCPenney salons, they are offering free haircuts in the month of August. Make your appointments now, though, because we know that parents are going to be wanting to get out there and get their kids haircut and ready for school pretty soon. So make your appointments now for that.
So, excuse me. Do you have any other really good tips now that we're going back to school? There's a lot of back to school shopping. Is there any other last minute great back to school tips that we can give to parents?
Well, one important thing to keep in mind is not to buy too much in August. Kids get all excited wanting back to school clothes, but it's still hot in Houston, and a lot of the clothes will still work for them, into the first few months of school. And since kids definitely grow, really just a few basic things are probably needed at this point, and kind of wait for the weather to turn a little cooler to get more fall clothing. And then just watch for coupons and online promo codes to save even more at places like Old Navy, Justice, and Children's Place, which have those great kid sales. And consignment stores are another great option to save money on back-to-school clothes. You can find almost brand new looking clothing at a fraction of the price. And since kids do grow, they don't often wear it that much. And Houston has some huge consignment sales around town by groups such as Penny Pension Mamas and Just Between Friends. So this is when hundreds of families contribute clothes, toys, and kid essentials for these big consignment sales. So just watch for those. And then, if you don't mind crowds, Houstonians can take advantage of tax-free weekend, which this year will be August 17th through 19th. And this applies to clothing and footwear under $100, school supplies under $100, and then backpacks under $100. But it definitely attracts the crowds. So you just kind of have to balance. If you don't like shopping in crowds, then probably don't go that weekend.
But you do find that you save some money during that tax-free weekend. So August 17th through 19th. And you did mention some other great tips on Old Navy and places where you can print coupons and bring those to the stores to utilize that and make sure that you are getting those great deals for back-to-school clothing. Now, we know kiddos and parents are busy preparing for all this back-to-school stuff. However, summer's not over yet, so we know you talked about some great summer activities that children could take part in this summer. How about some fall activities and events? What's coming up in Houston?
Well, the Houston Zoo resumes its free first Tuesday, September 4th, with free admission after 2 p.m. And this was suspended this summer due to extreme crowds at the June event. And I was actually at that free admission day in June, and they had over 12,000 people come in a 3-hour period, and I actually didn't get in. There was no parking, so they had to suspend that due to traffic concerns and such around the medical center. But the zoo stays open till 6 or 7, depending on the season, and so that free first Tuesday kicks back up in September through May, and that's a great way to see the zoo without paying, all the admission. And then Target Free First Sunday is the first Sunday of each month at the Children's Museum. And this is when everyone gets free admission from noon to 6. So this is definitely a great deal. And the upcoming dates are September 2nd and October 7th. And then Miller Outdoor Theater has some great children's performances in September at 11 a.m. September 11th features a history lesson with Meet the U.S. Presidents by Interactive Theater. And this sounds like a really great combination of history and fun. And then September 12th and 13th at 11 features the classic fairy tale Cinderella by the AD Players. And you just have to get there probably 30 minutes to an hour early just because of the crowds, because all these free things are definitely popular in Houston. And then families can enjoy a free day in the Houston Museum District at the annual Museum District Day. And the date this year is Saturday, September 15th from 9 to 5, when 18 museums will be absolutely free. And many will have special events and exhibits available. And visitors can get free pedicabs at any museum and just, hop from one location to another and spend the whole day checking out Houston's Museum District. Some of these are the Children's Museum, the Health Museum, the Museum of Fine Arts Houston, and Houston Museum of Natural Science. And that day does get busy as well, but it's a great way if you want to introduce your kids to some of the culture, say at the Museum of Fine Arts that you haven't visited before. It's a great way just to kind of get a glimpse without paying the full admission price. And then another fun event this fall is Sing-Along Movies at Miller. And this is Saturday, October 20th at 6:30, and the featured movie is Sound of Music. So you can just watch the show and sing along with all those fun songs.
I want to sing along right now. Well, these are some great activities coming up for the fall. And, of course, we know the heat is crazy right now in Houston. So we look forward to those fall events when it's not 100 degrees. And a lot of these are inside as well. So that's good to make note of some of those fall activities for all the parents and kiddos out there.
1, 2, there we go. Making sure I don't clip on that. Anyways, right now we're halfway through the show, and I'm guessing everyone's wondering, these are wonderful events, wonderful things, but some people are driving, some people may be at their computers, and they're lucky enough to write this down. But what's the website and the things that we need to know right now if we want to see any of this stuff?
You can find it at HoustonOnTheCheap.com, and I'm also on Facebook at Houston on the Cheap and Twitter. So you can follow me on various social medias, whatever fits your fancy, and keep up with these things.
Not the MySpace, right?
No.
I think the MySpace is done. I as you know, I'm calling it the MySpace, which is just MySpace. But anyways, yeah, that's wonderful and that's great. And so we keep up with you on Houston on the Cheap, and everyone needs to remember that. I mean, I've been on the side. I love it. It's great. I mean, for even parents, I think this is one that I think is really cool that you do because it helped me out a lot. I checked the gas one where you could
Oh
do
yeah.
free gas. I was like, yes, there's. Oh my god, the Kroger's is cheaper than the HEB, even though HEB sometimes maybe offer me a coupon after I fill up gas. Kroger's is the better,
Right.
lesser price. So thanks for that,
Sure.
saving me money.
It's crazy to watch the difference. Even the part of town, right inside. I think there's a station historically 30 cents higher than every station around it. And people still go there. And if you look at the gas widget and find out what's the cheapest gas in your area, it certainly can help.
It helps a lot, especially for the starving college student that I am, that I don't live. I sometimes wish, how early do I have to wake up to walk to school? But yeah, thanks for that. You've been doing this for a long time. You've been blogging. You've been doing it, and when did you get started exactly? I know we mentioned that a little bit earlier.
January 28th, 2009 was the official date. And, my background is as a journalist, freelance writer. So my freelance writing assignments were kind of drying up with the economy at the end of 2008. So that's why I took my blog class to learn just kind of another avenue, for writing. And I had no expectations with this blog. It was just a project. And like I said, it kind of took off quickly. And it's just been incredible getting to meet local people. I used to write nationally for my freelance articles, and so I really never worked in the local market. So I've been able to meet, fantastic PR people, my readers. It's just amazing. I had a 3-year blog party in March at Ooh La La um, Dessert Boutique in Town and Country, and Vanessa, the owner, graciously donated cupcakes, and we had probably 250 people that attended, and everyone got a free jumbo cupcake, and I got to meet my readers, and we had a balloon guy, and it was just amazing. These people come up and hug me like they knew me my whole life. Thank you so much for helping me save money. I'm a single mom, and it just really shows what a difference this blog makes to people's lives, and so that makes me feel really good and kind of keeps me going. When I may not feel like doing some research, but anyway, it's updated Monday through Friday. You can always depend on that. So
And it really does make a difference because I'm going to tell everybody out there I check this religiously. In the mornings, I go on Facebook, and that's how I see the daily deals of the day. I love that you post that every day, and that's how I catch on what's happening in Houston and where I can get the greatest deals. So we do appreciate that. Any other tips for families, parents, kiddos out there for as your site is, Houston on the cheap, for keeping budget friendly and all of that? We know we mentioned back to school and getting ready for fall. Any other tips that you can share with the audience?
well, probably just general saving money on different events. The earlier you can get tickets, the better. A lot of times you can find there's a pre-sale period of advance tickets. Whether it's the Houston Rodeo and you're getting your carnival tickets half price. There's a certain time frame you can do that, and that's huge because those carnival rides really add up. Even the bridal show or the dog show, all those things seem to have a time period where you can get advance tickets and save some money. So just a little planning can help, with your family events.
I don't know if this is direct, but I know a lot of people usually think buying in bulk or usually saves a lot. Is that true? I'm just curious. Is that a big saver? You don't know? I don't know. I don't know either. That's why I'm curious. My mom says Sam's is the best because you can buy a lot for nothing. And I'm like, I don't know. Do you really need 20 pounds of bananas? I'm just saying.
I know a lot of I know other local bloggers, and some of them are into couponing like that and do buy, for their home stash, and they swear by it. I'm not really into that.
Yeah.
Just for my family of 4. These people have like 7 kids, or they
Yeah.
have bigger families, and they know how to do it really well. And I'm not a member of Sam's or Costco, so I can't vouch for that.
Quick question. Also, crazy coupon ladies. That whole kind of thing that the people have the binders of the coupons and they'll go to the store and they'll turn in like 100 coupons. Is that a real thing that I'm curious. Just
It's
wondering.
definitely a reality. one of my friends in the Houston Bloggers was on the extreme couponing,
Yeah.
and and I mean it's incredible. You do buy like 10 newspapers and that kind of thing to help you accumulate the coupons, and then I went to her little coupon class, and then you matched the coupons to the sales at the stores, and that maximizes it even more. And it's incredible how they plan, their whole shopping trip, and they end up spending, $40 off, a $900 bill.
Yeah, yeah, I've seen that. I've seen like people like I think I was at HEB and this woman had the big old like 3-inch binder. Like I don't even have that binder for school. less that I would sit down and do that for maybe like coupons, and she had the big old 3-inch. She pulls it out and she has them in like little tabs and little like things she can see, and she just opens it up, and I think she had them even by store. She had like those little like subject ones, and then she pulls out and she like I was like I had to be behind this lady because she had like 200 like $400 worth of groceries, and in the end she paid like half that, and I was like, that's crazy, that's ridiculous. She must love your website and do all that wonderful stuff.
Yeah, so good touch on that. And as Vicki had mentioned before, we are getting ready for back to school. So let's keep in mind with some of Vicki's tips, and book now if you see some of these free things coming up with the vaccinations at the museum and also the appointments for haircuts. Think about it now. I mean, we're beginning August, so we need to start putting this on our calendars and making sure that we can get our kiddos into this and utilize, the free stuff that is happening right now. So, Vicki, we thank you so much for being here. Any other last minute things that you want to make sure that we get in the show today?
So one more time, guys, it's HoustonOnTheCheap.com, right?
That's it, exactly. HoustonOnTheCheap.com. Facebook, Twitter. I am starting on Pinterest and Instagram.
Oh,
so
nice.
I'm trying to figure out how Pinterest will fit with my blog and, my own little Pinterest interests. So I'm learning as I go along on that one. But I felt like I need to be there too. So
yeah, everyone's on Pinterest now, and
in
Instagram,
fact,
of course.
the first time I got on Pinterest was I created a free and cheap summer fun list of about 50 things to do this summer. And I thought this is exactly the kind of thing that might be shared on Pinterest. And so I put it up there. I created a cool little graphic, and that's exactly what happened. I couldn't believe how many people were pinning that around. So I was reaching some Houston folks through that. So that's kind of a new avenue for me.
Nice. So remember to check out those websites. And thank you so much, Vicki, for joining us this morning. It was wonderful having you here at the station. Thanks to everybody who was listening in this Sunday morning. You guys have a wonderful Sunday. Bye.